In the name of the Lord. Bishop Rose adopted this phrase as his motto the day he was elevated to the episcopacy. It's imprinted on his coat of arms. But these words were set upon his lips and in his heart long before then. The third child of Urban and Maida Rose, Robert John was born February 28, 1930, in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He attended St. Francis Xavier Catholic Parish and School. Sadly, at the age of 7, he lost his father. In 6th grade, his piano teacher placed a holy card in his hand. It showed a boy praying. Sister Mary Dolores said the boy was asking God if he should become a priest. From that point on, young Robert prayed daily to discern whether he was being called to the priesthood. He would keep that holy card the rest of his life. After touring St. Joseph's Seminary in 8th grade, Robert decided to apply for admittance. But first, he had to convince his mother, who didn't want her teenage son to leave home, even if it were just a few miles away. His formation for the priesthood began at St. Joseph's, where he completed high school and junior college. Then he finished his degree at the Grand Seminary of Montreal. He went on to earn his licentiate in sacred theology from the Pontifical Urban College in Rome. It was there he was ordained a priest in 1955. On ordination day, he had an audience with the Holy Father, Pope Pius XII, who urged the newly ordained to be holy priests and ardent missionaries. Father Rose returned home to Grand Rapids and taught religion, languages, and music chant at St. Joseph's Seminary. He became dean of the seminary's college department. He was on the move in 1971, appointed rector of St. John's Provincial Seminary near Detroit. In 1977, he became pastor of Sacred Heart Parish in Muskegon Heights. Not long after, he responded to a higher calling. Pope John Paul II appointed Father Rose Bishop of Gaylord in 1981, where he was installed and ordained. On August 30th, 1989, Bishop Rose returned home once again, where he was installed as the 9th Bishop of Grand Rapids at the Cathedral of St. Andrew.
To be a bishop, to be a chief shepherd in the church today, demands more than ever a spirit that is strong, loving, and wise. I ask you, dear friends in Christ, to pray with me and for me that I may become such a shepherd for this church of Grand Rapids.
During his episcopacy, Bishop Rose established the Catholic Foundation of West Michigan, the Secretariat for Social Justice, now known as Catholic Charities West Michigan, and the Bishop's Fund for Catholic Education. He regionalized Hispanic ministry in the diocese and fostered diocesan support of ecumenical efforts. He advocated for laity involvement in church decision-making and reorganized parish pastoral councils.
For reasons that the Lord knows, our Catholic priesthood has gone through a very difficult period.
Bishop Rose shepherded the Grand Rapids Diocese through the challenges of the clergy sex abuse scandal that rocked the Catholic Church. He voted for and implemented in the diocese the U.S. Catholic Bishops' Charter for the Protection of Children and Young People. That charter marks its 20th anniversary this year and remains in effect. In 2003, Bishop Rose became Bishop Emeritus after the Pope accepted his resignation. He remained closely connected to his family and the Grand Rapids Diocese, tutored priests in Latin and Greek, and shared his faith and wisdom. Father Lam Lee was ordained by Bishop Rose and tutored by him in Latin.
In sitting down and learning Latin with Bishop Rose, you learn more about Latin. You learn about how to become a priest in your relationship with the parishioners, and always from his example, kindness, compassionate, and also there's an intelligence that accompany all of that, and above all, very, very prayerful in every approach.
The Most Reverend David Wachowiak, Bishop of Grand Rapids, in announcing the passing of Bishop Rose, said, "The Diocese of Grand Rapids lost a man who dedicated his life to the Catholic faith. Bishop Rose served the Church in the state of Michigan for more than 65 years. Bishop Robert John Rose died at the age of 92 on March 2nd, Ash Wednesday, the beginning of our Lenten journey toward Easter and everlasting life.